Now come to convection. Convection is what? Convection is the transfer of heat from the hotter parts of a liquid to its colder part by the movement of the liquid itself, right? So convection takes place in what? Liquid as well as gases. So first of all, we will see in case of liquid, that is in case of water, say. So water is a poor conductor of heat, we know, but it is a good convector of heat. It is a poor conductor of heat but good convector of heat. That means if you boil water, suppose you are boiling water in your kitchen, you will see that first of all the water which are at the upper portion, they will remain colder, but gradually, that means as time passes, the upper part will also get hotter. This process of hot water, that means how it gets hotter? That means water is what? It is liquid. So the molecules of the water are what? Loosely bound. They can move here and there easily. So the molecules which are at the bottom part, they starts rising upwards, and the water molecules which are at the upper part, they sinks downward, and the process continues. This process of hot water rising upwards and cool water sinking downwards takes place again and again, due to which the whole water in the beaker or whatever you are boiling, that means saucepan or whatever, gets heated uniformly. And it develops what? It develops a circulatory movement of water, right? This circulatory movement of water in the beaker, in which hot water rises and cold water sinks again and again, are called convection currents. It is known as convection currents. Here they have shown an activity, that is showing convection currents during heating of water. So they have shown the path of convection current of hot and cold water taking place during the heating of water by dropping a crystal of colored substance called potassium permanganate into the water to color it. See, they have taken a round bottom flask and fill it with water, and then the next step is to drop a color substance, that is potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate is a crystal which dissolves when dropped in water. So, see, they have dissolved a potassium permanganate, and the potassium permanganate dissolves slowly and forms a purple color solution around itself. Now, the next process is to heat the water. See, they have heated the water at the bottom of the flask by keeping a burner below it. And now what we will observe? The movement of this hot water, which has been colored purple by dissolving what? Potassium permanganate crystal. We will see the purple streaks of hot water rise from the bottom of flask up to the surface of water and sink downward near the wall of the flask. These purple colored streaks seen in the water of flask show the convection currents. Convection currents means what? Circulatory movement of water. So that means it shows what? Water is a good convector of heat, and water develops convection current when heated. Now we will see convection in case of gases. Gases means air. So air is a very poor conductor of heat, as we all know, but air is a good convector of heat. How? We will see now. See, in the previous class we have studied convection by the example, that is convection in gases by the example of heater. So here the same thing is happening, that heater, when heater is kept in a room, it makes our room hot or warm by the what? Air molecules rising upwards, hot air molecules rising upwards and cold air molecules going downwards or sinking downwards. This also develops convection current. In case of gases also, convection in gases or convection in air, convection current also develops. So same thing is happening here. Now we will see the example. The best example is what? Do you know? Sea breeze and land breeze. Breeze, you know, breeze is gentle wind, is called breeze. And sea breeze, land breeze does not occur here. It occurs in coastal areas. Coastal areas means where sea oceans are there. Example, Mumbai, Chennai, all these places. So see, people living in this type of places, they can observe gentle wind called breeze or what is known as sea breeze or land breeze. That is the most important example of convection in air. And sea breeze occurs during the day. As you can see here, the cool air from sea moves towards land, that is known as sea breeze, and land breeze blows during the night. See, cool air from land moves towards sea. Now we will see what happens during sea breeze. During daytime, when the sun shines, the land molecules, that is the solid land, gets heated to a higher temperature, which is much more quickly than the liquid sea water. This hot air over the land rises upwards and cooler air from the sea rises or moves towards the land in the form of cool breeze. The breeze blowing from the sea towards the land is called sea breeze. And during night time, the hot land cools much faster than the warm sea water. Due to this, the land becomes cool very quickly, but the sea water remains warm for a much longer time. So during night, the hot air over the warm sea rises upward and cool air from the land blows in towards the sea in the form of breeze. The breeze blowing from the land towards the sea is called land breeze. And land breeze and sea breeze are the most important example or common example of convection occurring in gases or convection occurring in air. Now we will see radiation. We know heat from the sun reaches on the earth by the process of what? Radiation. Sun sends its radiation or infrared rays to the earth by the process of radiation. But the things which are catching the sun's rays in the earth are known as absorbers of heat radiation. Now the thing is, have you noticed that during hot summer days we wear light clothes or light color clothes or white clothes during the daytime mostly? This is because why this is? Because the objects having dark color absorbs more heat radiation than the objects having light color. Here is an activity which is showing that. See, you can read the activity also to understand. Based on that, there are emitters. Emitters are those, emitters means which give out, the objects which give out radiation are known as emitters. The hot objects having dark color emit more radiation than the hot objects having light color. From this, there are some importance of color in our everyday life, that is color of objects in our everyday life. See, we use dark color objects where we want to absorb more heat and light color objects where less heat is desired. That means dark color objects do not reflect any heat, they absorb it, they eat up, and the light color objects reflect more heat, they send back the heat. From this, see, color of clothes, color of houses, solar cooker are coming. These are examples of our everyday life. Color of cloth means during summer days we wear light clothes. That means light clothes, when the sun sends its radiation, those light clothes can send back those radiation, so that we don't feel more hot. And during during night we can wear that, but during daytime we prefer to wear, or we should prefer to wear light colored or white color clothes. So that's all about color of clothes. Now we will come to solar cooker or solar water heater. See, the box of solar water heater or solar cooker is painted black from inside. Why this is so? This is because a black surface is a very good absorber of heat. They don't reflect any heat, so they will absorb maximum heat radiation coming from the sun. So that's all about radiation.